Hello everybody and welcome to this OMSI 2 video. Today we're in the Master Switch Studios Gemini 3 pack in a repaint by iiBus, which is of course the it's colourful to say the least. The colourful MS Paint 2010 inspired Pride repaint for Lothian. I want to drive a bit of Lothian. I also want to drive a bit of Pride bus because it's like Pride month, and I guess it's a good time to drive a Pride bus. So I thought, hey, I'd drive this, and it's a really nice repaint. It's iiBus, so it's going to be decent quality. The map we are in today is Yorkshire Counties 3.0. It's been out a while, a few months now.
The next stop is Hillsborough Station.
Oh, don't know it's beeping at me. Right, turn it on. So we'll set the bus up first. Just need to redo the sort of air reservoir pressure because it's a bit too low. There we go. So yeah, as I was saying, I'll just drive a bit of Pride bus. I also wanted to drive a bit of Lothian sort of stuff. And I felt like this repaint fits it quite nicely because, you know, Lothian proudly supports Pride in Edinburgh. That CCTV camera does wind me up though. I mean, 584, Lothian's 584 is a bit of a controversial bus. You know, not everybody likes it, either love it or you hate it. It's a bit like Marmite, really. But it's colourful, and it's a Pride bus, and it's Lothian, and it does everything it says on the tin, and it does everything I want it to. Ooh, AI bus there. I'm going to get a screenshot here, because this is actually make a really good thumbnail. The route we are driving today is the Route 8, and if I remember correctly, you do this by bad destination. I think there's a destination code listed here. Yes, there is. Right, we are of course going 108. That's it. We're going to chance it Woods, so we'll put 108 in. Yay, it's worked. I'm using the nice HOF file because it's got custom bitmaps and it looks better than the standard one. And yeah, we've got about 18 minutes, but of course I'm going to skip some time over, but not after we've set up this. Well, after we've set this ticket machine, which is the ticketer. I don't think Lothian use ticketer in real life, but I guess it's what comes with the bus. 16:14. Set it for a few minutes earlier, so we can just have a bit of time to sell tickets and stuff, because I have actually got tickets already got. Right, we also need to find our stand. We want stand 4, so well, I guess we've got to find it then. There's a one-way system on this road, so we'll have to be mindful of that. Oh yeah, and this is the hybrid one, the B5LH. So it does actually have the electric motor on it. 8. Just trying to think of where we want to be, because I think that's Hillsborough Town Station. Okay, so Hillsborough Station. Okay. In that case, we'll follow the signs for Route 8. We should be able to find it. Yeah, it's just around the corner. So yeah, I do like the hybrid. It's an interesting thing to drive. We don't actually have that many hybrid buses in OMSI. It sounds good, I think. Like, I have actually been on these hybrid buses before in real life, but it just sounds good. Something about it sounds nice. It does feel like a nice bus to drive, like, especially hearing the engine start up. It sounds quite beefy, if you know what I mean. You know, because it's a Volvo. it does look really. It does look, well, colourful in this livery. It's a very funky livery. And a good depiction of it, honestly. I think iBus makes some of the best repaints for OMSI buses, to be honest. Certainly Lothian, that's all he really does. They're still good quality. I really do like Lothian buses. Specification, it's really nice. I like the livery. I mean, it's a bit of an odd one because it's not all the Lothian buses are rainbow, but even the standard livery looks pretty good. I mean, I really like Lothian swoops. That looks very nice. Sadly being phased out though. We're gonna have to sell a ticket at some point, right? Right, adult return. This is gonna be fun because I've got to do maths. Weekly ticket. There we go. The single fares on this are actually pretty good. Right, you want adult return. £6.50 change. And as you heard, the engine has actually cut out, because that's a feature that the B5LH has. Adult single, 220. Yes, you may have a ticket. We may be a little bit late, but we should be able to make up time because I'm gonna give this bus the beads. That's what I'm saying. But it is a hybrid, so we'll see how that ends out. The hybrids do have better acceleration, I find. It'd be helpful though if we didn't have red traffic lights. But oh well. See, the Volvo B5LH, Lothian have quite a few of these. I really like this one though because it's 11.5 metres. I just prefer longer buses for some reason. Well, certainly when it's a double deck anyways. I'm always impressed by the sort of triaxle stuff they have in Hong Kong. It's like Enviro 500s and stuff. That's pretty much what Hong Kong is at the minute. It's just Enviro 500s. Yeah, it's like the odd bit of other stuff. I think there's some Evo settees that KMB have. There's some Wright bodied stuff, but a lot of the stuff that's being ordered right now is actually like Enviro 500s. Low temperature, eh? Let's find the air conditioner. Here we go. Oh, you want an adult return? Okay. And you'll change. Yeah, I should probably turn on the fan here. That one. Well, it shouldn't be that cold in here, but I guess OMSI's weird. Hold on. I know we could fix this. Because I don't like the sound of the fan, so... Blah blah blah. Temperature, we can put this up to like 18 because the passengers really like that temperature. 20 will do. Okay. Right, we can turn this off then because we're not gonna need it because it'd be nice outside. I've never really had much luck with the air conditioning systems in OMSI, to be honest.
The next stop is Park Avenue.
Which is closed. Wait, I don't think it was closed. Right. Anyways, let's carry on. It does feel quite cramped in here to be taking an 18 meter double decker. Sorry. Actually, where's the kneel on this? This does have kneeling, I think. Come on then. Has it done it? Done the thing, or is it? Yes, it has. Fantastic. Off we go then. Oh, yeah, but we are on Route 8 to chance it would. Which is quite similar to Route 9, but Route 8 finishes like earlier or later. I don't remember. This does remind me of sort of some of the streets in Edinburgh, because you do get some streets where you get these massive 18 metre buses going down. Not 18, 11 even. Don't know where I got that out from, but yeah, you get 11 metre buses. God, I'm doing it again. Like, just going down the street pretty casually. And, yeah. It's a really narrow cobbled street. I'm quite sad though, because Lothian have retired their final bus with power blinds. Which sort of marks the end of an era for Lothian. Like, they didn't really have power blinds for that long, but they've been using like manual blinds since the dawn of time. It's all Hanover now. I think they've still got a few Mobitech and whatnot, but it's pretty much Hanover there in terms of your destination display. I wonder if the Volvo B7L will take off though, because right now in the electric vehicles market, in terms of buses, Alexander Dennis and BYD sort of have a monopoly going. Wright Bus have got their electroliner, but it's not really doing. Although they have had quite a big order from, like, I think it's Dublin Bus and Translink. They've had a decently sized order from them. So it'll be interesting to see how they do the electric bus, but I definitely think that we need some competition against the BYD sort of ADL, because it's just that big. But the market is saturated, I think, by sort of ADL, so it'd be nice to have a bit of extra competition as well from Volvo and MCV. Volvo products are generally pretty well built. MCV are alright, I guess. Like, the Evora is actually a really nice bus, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that performs, because none are actually in service at the minute, I don't think. Just the prototypes that are going around. I'm not the biggest fan of the bodywork though. I'd much prefer if the older style of like Evora or Evo Setti bodywork was mounted on it, but
the next stop
that
is
design has existed
Hillsborough
for a few
Crossing.
years now, so yeah. And we're waiting again, getting even more delay. And this is where hybrids really work well. It's in cities where there's a lot of stop-start operation, because they've got the advantage of the acceleration, you know. The stop-start ability of the engine is actually really good, and you know, with the B5LH, it only uses motor for a good few miles an hour. I think it's up till about 7-8 miles an hour, which when you're in crawling traffic is, yeah, enough to keep you moving. I definitely think that hybrids have worked well in London, and I can see why TfL like them. I mean, they've certainly taken off more than like biogas buses or hydrogen buses. Biogas buses aren't actually that common in the UK. There are a few in Nottingham. Well, I say a few, like the majority of biogas buses in Nottingham, majority of double deckers at NCT have our biogas. There's also quite a few in Bristol. I think First have a couple. But aside from that, those are the only two places I can name off the top of my head that have them. Hydrogen buses, Aberdeen has been quite a big sort of place in, because they did actually do some trials about 2015 or something. Some of the first hydrogen buses in the UK, as did the RV1 route. The RV1 has used hydrogen buses for a while, until it got suspended. And now the hydrogen buses are doing a different route. I think it's like a North Circular or something, so probably not the best place for a hydrogen bus, but they've not blown up yet, so it's working well enough. Tramway.
The next stop is Ingleborough Shops.
I would be interested to see a UK tramway implemented into OMSI, like maybe the Metrolink or the NET trams. Just a UK tramway, maybe. Because there are German tramways in OMSI, but there's not UK ones. Good old Arcala as well. Which is now going to be a payware. With an MCV4 as well. Which is actually looking like a really promising bus. Right, which way?
The next stop is Leisure Centre
Yeah,
Crossing.
caught out by the lights again. There is Yorkshire's a really nice map to drive though. Like the AI bus is just roaming about pretty cool, and the actual map's pretty decent as well. Variety of routes, services and stuff. It's just quite a nice map to drive, if I'm being totally honest. You know, you can definitely hear that electric motor humming, whatever it is. In it, it's very loud. And we're off. I don't know, there's something really satisfying about driving this bus though. I think it's just how everything's set out. Like, it's just the wing mirrors are perfectly positioned, I think. You know, you got split ones as well, those are really useful. And, yeah. Just a nicely set up bus. We've got a busy top deck as well. Oh yes, adult return. There you go. We're nearly at the bit where we're actually out of Ingleborough and we can sort of open this bus up. Nearly. Well, there is a traffic light here. Oh, and there's a tram. Yay! Like one of the Croydon style ones. Croydon trams I found quite boring when I rode on them, to be honest. It's just like any old tram system in the UK, I found. I really like riding the Metrolink, though. That's quite an interesting network.
Road.
Bloody hell, car. Which way you going? It's 20 in here. I'm gonna do 30. bus does sound quite interesting though. I mean, a lot of hybrids do, to be honest. Child return. £2.
The next stop is Parish Junction.
Can't actually afford to put our foot down a bit here. Normally when I drive a map, I'm often quite early, but I guess this is just being one of them slow runs because we've had a slow start. Also, we've got ticket selling enabled, so that's adding a bit of time. It's keeping me busy at least. Come on, let's make the light.
The next stop is Wavesworth Lakeside.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a Hillsborough call. Anybody interested in some overtime today? We have plenty available on most routes. Whatever tickets you fancy, whether you want to do a run or a rounder, that's completely up to you. If you are interested on doing overtime on top of your duty today, please can you call the garage when you next get to your stand or go and see the front counter when you arrive back to the garage. So just to confirm, there is overtime available on most routes tonight. So if you fancy doing some, please can you contact the garage either on the phone on your next layover point or when you get back to the garage. Many thanks. Thanks, Al.
I really do like that about Yorkshire. Them announcements are... They can be annoying at times, but it's realistic. Like, when you're driving buses, you do get that sort of thing a lot. I also really like the HOF file. It just really looks good. Formatting of it. It's done in a Johnson-inspired font, which is probably why it looks so good, because Johnson's a really nice font. Right, finally, a bit of dual carriageway.
The next stop is Wavesworth Interchange.
Open this bus up a little, can't we? That'll be interesting. But we're straight into a bus station again. Oh well. This is a nice cycle track here, which is something that's very rare in the UK. You don't see cycle tracks this good. You know, most of our cycle tracks is a little bit painted on the side of the road that runs out. And yeah, you're sort of left stranded. But hey, it's nice here in this map, so I'll take it. One thing I do think that's lacking about MS displays is there's just a little Hanover sticker there. It'd have such a nice little touch. Same goes for like the Mobitech. Just have like a McKenna Brothers sticker. It look really good, but just a minor detail. And honestly, it's probably just me being a bit picky. But it is the little details that count. Waversworth. Where you can change for many other bus services across Yorkshire. Passengers complain about my delay. It's not my fault I've been stuck behind traffic lights, is it? Well, then off we go. Still better than having too much layover. That's really boring. A lot of NCT bus routes do that. Like, specifically the 36. That has a habit of stopping at the bus station in Beeston for way too long. I think it's so you can make up time and stuff, but it's just like 5 minutes of layover. I do believe it happens on other routes as well, but it is what it is really, and you know, you could shave some journey time off, but I guess it's there to stop bus bunching, which is an issue for passengers. But when your frequency is so good that you're bus bunching, honestly, sometimes schedules are unnecessary. Although there is quite a big thing in Singapore about bus bunching and avoiding it. Buses don't really strictly run to a schedule there. They have a system in place where instead they have to wait at a bus stop or drive a bit faster, you know, just to keep the gap between buses the same and the wait times consistent. Which is honestly something I wouldn't complain about, because, you know, it's very frustrating when your bus is like, you wait for a bus supposedly every 7 minutes, you just miss one. You're like, oh, horrid driving there. Apologies. See, you go to wait for a bus and it says it's like supposed to be every 7 minutes or something, but you've two have passed and you've missed it, and it's like an 8-minute wait or something. It's just frustrating. Like 15-minute wait. I haven't known that's happened before. Which I guess is why the system in Singapore is actually quite a good system. I do find Yorkshire an interesting map. You know, I think it's based off, like, it's almost like a conurbation. It's a bit like how Bradford and Leeds sort of merged into one thing, yet they don't have its sort of distinct areas, which is a bit like what's in Yorkshire, really. Right, should move before that tram gets there. So it's 0.8 minutes delay. That's probably my worst delay I've had in a while. Well, we're gonna absolutely floor it.
The next stop is Wavesworth Garden Centre.
Wavesworth Garden Centre. I promise you though, the route does pick up speed a bit here. I think one of the buses I've really liked seeing OMSI is one of the E400 hybrid Tridents. It's a Trident, but it's hybrid. Like the TH class that are in London. I think that'd be a really good addition to the add-on London map. And because they just sound absolutely beautiful. Absolute music to my ears, to be honest. Alright. So yeah. Garden centre. For all your gardening needs. Right. Let's go. It's a 70 limit here, so we can afford to open this bus up a little bit. Just a little bit.
The next stop is Battersby Woods.
It's a busy day in Yorkshire though. All the passengers are, you know. I wonder what this is limited to, because I haven't actually opened it up before. Oh, it's probably a 90 limit then. Shaved a good minute or two off delay, which is good. Come on. Move, beautiful Volvo. Speaking of Volvos, I saw an Olympian today, but I didn't get a photo of it.
Ramos Takeaway.
Olympians are actually really rare in the UK now. There's only a few sort of places where you can see them in actual regular service. It's mainly on school contracts, like odd work. It's not even on rail replacements now. That's how rare they've become. B7s are sort of taking the Olympians' place, because Olympians 4 or 5 years ago were mainly on rail replacements or school contract work. That's now really being taken over by B7s and Tridents. At least in my UK, sort of area in the UK I live in, it's what's normally happening. But Olympians are quite thin on the ground now, sadly. But hey, I saw one today, so they're not completely dead. I don't think it was a preserved one either. Ramos Takeaway. What a place, eh? Passengers want to leave my bus? No way. Such NPCs. Please don't leave my bus. Well, you can if you want to, if you think it's that horrid. The issue is, passengers in OMSI are always complaining. They complain about delay, temperature, you know. So, either way they're gonna complain. And to us, I don't really give a shit. I'm gonna keep on driving like this. Because we are indeed running late.
Windhaven May Road.
We're still about 5 minutes late anyways. And these passengers keep coming. Like, they won't stop. Aha, Yorkshire Terrier. Connecting Yorkshire. One of the heritage livery ones as well. Which is actually a really nice livery. And Yorkshire Terrier was actually a real operator.
The next stop
Based
is
in, well,
Windhaven
Yorkshire.
Lane.
If it wasn't obvious enough. How I then? Of course it's a mini. Blocking away. Some people, eh? It's almost like they don't think I'm late. Right, go, go, go. Look. Pretend that never happened, yeah? Pretend you never saw that. Of course you want a child ticket. Adult single. There you go. Right. We really do need to floor it because we're still 7 minutes late, and even though I'm flooring it, we're still late. I'm hoping we can make it the chance it would. We still have some layover, like that'd be my goal. They just have like 30 seconds to switch the engine off. Oh well, if we can shave some minutes off, that would be nice. Well, I don't feel like that's going to happen, considering we're at Aston Lake and we're 6 minutes late, but you never know. It is a bit of an odd lake, it's a bit boring, to be honest. Not really the best in tourist attraction. No, we're not going to make it to Chansit Wood with layover time. Which is a shame. Right, we are 8, of course. We're going straight on, which is good news. Don't overshoot the start.
The next stop is Chancet Wood.
Yeah, just stop Chancet. This is the actual terminus. It's gonna complain at me because I'm late. Something like that. I guess delays is something you're gonna have to deal with though in the real transport world. You get delays on buses and trams and trains all the time. Ah, so this one's limited to 90. Which is pretty fast for a city bus considering Lothian mainly operates city bus services. However, if it is going on one of the sort of longer Lothian country routes, or like the airport express services, I guess you would want a bit of speed there. It's a good job it's a terminus, isn't it? Passengers wanted to leave my bus. Typical. Right. Too late. Too late. That's a shame. Oh well, that would conclude my video. Although I would want to put on the not in service destination. Because it looks good. That is definitely Johnson font. But yeah, I guess that's going to conclude my video of this bus. It has been a relatively nice drive. Actually, let's put the destination on just for the looks of it. Just for a screenshot here. Be rude not to. That's good. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video and my atrocious driving. If you did enjoy it, feel free to watch other videos of mine. Subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, you know, that sort of thing. And I guess we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.